What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Hanging with Old Lou. I'm your host, Joshua Citrak, and with me, as always, on the left-hand side, my man, Old Lou. Old Lou, what's happening? What's good?
Hey man, how you doing, motherfucker? And how all y'all doing? Been a little spell for us. We haven't been out in a little bit. We just want to get through all the goddamn election, all that horse shit. So we're here today, episode 107. Fucking
And
love. God,
just for you folks just listening at home, excuse me, you can find this episode on our YouTube channel as well, so you can see our lovely faces and Old Lou's pixelated faces, or face, from the tech capital of the world, the Bay Area, San Francisco, California, where I
I know.
hear my humble soul in rural South Dakota. I am crystal clear. You can see me as well, and I will lift my glass to you right now if you do.
Well, I left my Irish coffee to you, but hell, shit, everything was nice before we started. As soon as you push play, it just a shit. Goddamn, camera sucks. Uh, being an
Get
asshole.
a new phone, dude. Get a new fucking phone. I got another new phone. Did I tell you I got another new phone? This is
Wait,
it's my
wait,
second
wait,
or
wait.
third
Wait.
iPhone 11.
Since you've been there. You got another phone since you've
Yeah,
been there?
yep. Yeah,
Oh
I got it like
shit.
a week ago, 2 weeks ago,
Oh
something like
my
that.
God, what'd you do? Slip and fall and break the other one? Or throw it
And
at
the
a
kids
raccoon?
knocked it off the railing outside on the porch, and there's concrete. Why there's concrete there, I don't know, but there's concrete, and it landed face down. So
Oh no. Oh, that did. That really does suck.
yeah,
Just suck. But hey,
but that's why I paid the money to get the insurance, and so I can get a free phone anytime I fucking want.
there you go.
so
That's the truth.
So hey, Lou,
Pay your insurance.
let's get into it because there's a lot to cover. As you duly noted, there was an election, and we wanted to wait to do the podcast so that it just didn't become instantly outdated after we know the results of the election. We do know the results now, and Lou, the results are that weed won fucking huge on
Oh, fucking
election day.
huge. God damn it. I just want to say that was one of the biggest winners this election time was marijuana. And I want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody that went out and voted. They knew we needed to get them out. We got the coalition together and it pushed out and everybody went out and did their job. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Now, if
Yep.
only the fucking federal government could do their job and legalize it. Huh?
Well, I mean, they're talking. So, of course, so we have to acknowledge that Biden and Harris are vice president and vice
Oh,
president elect. Congratulations
that's
to them. Hopefully, you don't die within the next few months because you're fucking old. But
that's
Kamala
I told.
is talking about decriminalizing it, which, as we all know, is a fucking bitch's way out. Not because she's a
Mm,
woman, but because it's a bitch way out. How do
it
you
is.
process it? How do you determine whether or not it's pure or that it's not been grown without pesticides? All these things that we know it should be, right? We know
Mm,
California, Colorado, Washington, Nevada, Oregon, all these places have done it more or less right on the sides of growing and testing and regulating that shit, right? We won't don't get into the taxes because the taxes are fucking fucked.
well, take me off the
But
detail.
But as far as like, are you getting pure shit? Are you getting shit that's not moldy, doesn't have mites or pesticides or all this shit? It wasn't grown by the fucking cartel, you know? Um,
Mhm.
Decriminalization does not address any of those issues, right?
Not a one.
And
Not a one.
while it would be a welcomed first step, like my feeling would be that the federal government has become a thing that just says let the states decide, and that's bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, and we've shown that time and time again that we cannot. We need to have one, maybe certain way law on that because as we talk about it, some places you still can't go put your money in the bank if you're running a
Well,
marijuana business. I
yeah,
mean, so that like, why won't you let them put that money in it? You know where it's coming from, straight up. And you're
yeah.
getting the taxes.
Yep.
and you're still saying no. I mean,
Well,
I'm just
y-
it just amazes me on that.
well, maybe I don't know. Would decriminalization address that? Like, if it was no longer federally illegal, and they're also talking about descheduling cannabis as well. Which, why is it Schedule One? Everybody and their mother knows it's not dangerous.
Yeah, that's from just back in the day. That's from back in the day. I mean,
Yeah,
and that's
but
what we
like,
talk.
why hasn't that been addressed at all in the last 20 years?
Oh, because
California's been smoking weed since 1994 legally, right? 94.
about that, yeah, 94. Yeah, that was Prop
If it was
214,
dangerous, 215, 215.
215. Right.
Um,
If it was
uh,
dangerous, you
Californians would
know,
be dropping dead, right?
yes, dead as a fucking doornail while you're bullshitting.
You
Yes,
you and
I mean,
I would have died 4 or 5 times between now back then and now.
at least maybe I could even almost say that this week. But see, that's the thing about it, and it goes back to what I keep even going back about politics and all that. Like like how old should someone be? I said because if you think about it, most of the politicians was from that era. I mean,
Yeah,
fucking, I mean, congressmen and senators have been there for years. I mean, they poke fun at Joe Biden about being there for 50 something, 40 something years,
yeah,
and so that shows you can't filter
yeah,
that old way of thinking out.
yeah.
And that's what I say about the presidency. There should be an age. Fuck it, don't.
Yeah,
There's
yeah. I would agree with that because you see the fucking senators and Congress people grilling, like talking to Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook. They don't
yeah,
even know how it works. Like they don't know how
no,
email works, and you're just like,
no,
why was Hillary Clinton's email server in a bathroom? Because she doesn't know how it fucking works, and she's a fucking old ass moron. You know, like
right,
this kind of
all of that.
shit. That this is why we have the situation that we have now with social media. Have you watched The Social Dilemma?
The one on
Did,
Instagram. It's
yeah, well, yeah.
it's so hard after watching that. It is a dilemma. I'm just kind of like, I want anybody, my family, anybody to be on that. It's just
No, I mean
it says
it's
it right in the name, a dilemma. It says it right in the fucking name. It's a dilemma, and it is. I mean, it is because you see it from both sides. Because I'm even as we talk about the election, I had to go to the state-run news organization, so I went to Fox just to see what was going on and what they were saying, and everything was just like, is it true? We saw because I even wrote, I put a post out on the Facebook thing like, hey, I heard Fox News call it for Arizona. Is that fake news? Asking for a nation. I'm just like because they have
yeah,
been able to distort all of that
yeah.
to where it's
You don't
you have to
believe
question.
the things in front of your nose anymore. You
Yeah,
know,
you don't.
and that's a problem, and that's why, you know, the government should be stepping in with these social media platforms and doing some sort of regulation with them. You know, they themselves don't want the responsibility that they've been given, of like deciding, like Facebook has that thing and Twitter has it too, that's like, this is actually not true and here's a link why. Like, they shouldn't have to fucking do that. Like, uh, because I don't want Twitter telling me what's true because Twitter is run by a bunch of fucking 20 something year old fucking morons.
Right. It's on. I mean, it goes both ways. It's like I don't want a 20 fucking moron telling me what to do, but I also don't want a fucking dusty old fart telling me what the fuck I need to do. I mean, so it's because then I'm speaking of Rupert Murdoch. I mean, so there is both that problem on both sides. And
Yeah.
I love how they especially the Republicans so far are blaming big tech and how tech is bad and da da da, and it just harkens
Well,
me
they're
back
not
to
wrong. They're not wrong when they do
no,
that.
no, they're not. That's why I'm saying it harkens
Oh,
me
okay.
back to
Okay.
we're talking about smoking and how bad it was, and nobody could, and the Republicans were all, running around, and pulling the wagons around in the tobacco industry. You know,
Yeah.
as did some Democrats, and as do some Republicans do with big tech too. So, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it just takes us back. And you're right. You're just kind of like, what the fuck, motherfucker? I mean, really?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
you can't trust what they're saying to you, and that almost seems to be the goal now. Like you at least used to be able to trust what Walter Cronkite said to you. Like that
oh
was
yeah,
the truth as best as anybody fucking knew it. When Peter Jennings said something, you're like, okay, he reported the news,
you're like,
that's true. And now
or
it's
Tom
like
broke off.
you see like, hey, some news story breaks. They're putting children in cages at the Mexico border. Turns out the pictures are from the Obama administration, right? Like you're
Yeah,
patently lying to us. You know you're lying to us, or you're
right.
not telling us
And
all the truth that makes us have our own decisions.
right. And they put it that way, and then all of a sudden something leaks out, or not leaks out, but all of a sudden it gets misconstrued. The next thing you know, we got two motherfuckers driving up to Philly with
Ah,
guns and
fuck those guys. I mean, in
yeah,
a
and they're
Hummer.
saying, well, they got the illegal vote. Yeah, in a fucking Hummer, and you're sitting there going, and one of their excuses is, well, I thought they were counting illegal votes. Like, where the fuck did you get that thought from? I mean, seriously.
Well, that whole thing, dude, is fucking weird. I mean, obviously, it's coming from the president. It's coming from QAnon. It's coming
You and on.
from like I was on Twitter this morning, and I could see like all the typical like really right wing hack fucking bootlickers, Trump bootlickers.
Yep.
This election's being stolen. Stolen how? We've had a record turnout. We should be applauding ourselves right now during a pandemic, and the votes were counted quite quickly, I'll say, for the most
Mm,
part. And the
yeah.
outcome is not in question. Like
I
there
don't
is
think it was.
nowhere that they have such scrutiny. See, this is what the fucking police should be fucking doing. You know that you're being scrutinized. Don't fucking kneel on a motherfucker's neck. The voting commissions and whatnot, they know they're being scrutinized. They're doing it as carefully and as quickly as they can, and I applaud those motherfuckers for doing such a great job. And we should be applauding ourselves, dude. A record amount of people voted.
Went out and voted. And see, that's what people even on the QAnon side and all that are questioning. Well, how come he got 70 and he got 70? There's only this amount of people in the world. And you're like, what? I mean, in the nation, and you're like, oh, I don't think you're adding shit up right on that end. And then they even came to you in Pennsylvania and begged you, please, can we count these votes early? Please.
Yeah,
And they said no.
yeah.
So, I mean, like, what are you going to do? And then even on the almighty state-run news station Fox, even they had this one reporter like come on and go, when they were saying, well, none of the Republican overwatchers couldn't be in there and watch the overseers, and even the Fox News whatever news person said that's not true. Republicans were in there just like the Democrats. They were all in the same area. Da 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 da. And he was just like,
Yeah.
putting that shit down. That was fed out by Giuliani, by his kids, all of that. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And if you even let's just put out how even crazy it was, because where they had their news conference, supposedly they fucked this shit up and got the wrong Four Seasons, and there's the landscaping next
Dude,
to adult. I
dude,
mean, I was
I'm
cracking
the
the fuck.
crying. I'm the sideways crying, laughing face emoji with that shit. I saw that
I
and I
like,
just fucking fell out of bed.
I do a Scooby Doo home with a laugh, like, what? Oh, you did what?
What?
Oh, are you kidding? I mean, like seriously, like I was looking at it, and I watched that conference because that was one of the times that I needed to watch Fox News and see what they were saying. And I watched that news conference. I
Yeah.
had no idea what all that shit was behind them. Because I was like, for a second, I was like, where the fuck they giving this news conference? I mean, all they have all this shit up, but if you really look around, you're like, oh shit, there's a busted bottle over there. I'm sure
A
as hell, I'm
dumpster.
sure I saw over there. Yeah, a dumpster, some crazy shit where you're just kind of looking at them like, what the fuck is going on here? So
Yeah.
yeah, it, it's
Well,
interesting
it
to watch.
shows you what a fly by night thing that the Trump
Yes.
phenomenon is. It's just like whim, and wherever the wind is blowing is all that's happening there.
Hmm.
And, quite frankly, they've bamboozled a large enough population of America. And I kind of want to get into some of the pieces of this because I saw when it looked like at first Trump was winning, when they were
Yeah.
doing very early day vote calculations, he was
Yeah.
winning a lot of places. And then I see on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook, white people, this is on you this time, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like, no, motherfucker. People have legitimate reasons for voting how they voted, and that's okay. They can vote that way. If
It,
you
it
want
is
your
a
candidate to win, maybe you shouldn't have run a senile old man and someone who jails children. But turns out they
thing.
won, so I can't finger wag at people. But
But you're right. I mean, you're sitting there and you look at these people and you're saying, hey, what, and 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 it's funny because the Republican Party, so far says, they're the religious party. They're all about religion, and it's like they
yep,
put all their eggs in this one motherfucker, and you're just sitting there going, do you not see problem? You had no,
yeah,
there was
yeah. Getting
nothing
this,
religious about
yeah.
them.
Well, and there's another thing that I saw too. So like, speaking of religion, is that I follow, because I'm Jewish, a few rabbis on Twitter, and I'm seeing them say it's okay to not forgive. Like, people are like, I'll never forgive you for voting for Trump, or I cut out my grandma from my life because she
Yeah,
voted for Trump. And it's like, it's okay not to forgive those people because basically he's Hitler. To what I say, he got voted out. When did Hitler get voted out? He shot himself in the head as the Russians were storming Berlin.
not only
You
that,
know,
motherfucker, he did
for
not kill 6 million people. The
yeah,
fuck is wrong with you calling him
this
Hitler? Like
it's
that's some
so
right.
it's so stupid. And like, let's if we are to not like, I think everyone agrees we've been very divided. What's the first thing
Yes,
you do in an argument or when you're divided against someone else? You forgive them and apologize for whatever you did. Right? That's what you tell
yeah,
your fucking kids. If
yes,
someone
mm-hmm,
they get in a
mm-hmm,
fight on the playground, the first thing you do is you pull both of them aside. Okay, you apologize to him. But I didn't.
yep,
But he did that. You apologize for what you did. I'm sorry I did it. And you apologize to him. Shake your hands and go fucking play back and play. If kids know how to do that, and you would tell your kids to do that, why you, a
yeah,
fucking rabbi, telling people it's okay not to forgive people? Like,
exactly. That's
you should. That's the
fucking horse.
first thing you should have woken up and done today. Trump's not
Yes,
president anymore, motherfuckers. Like,
yeah,
one thing that I'm really curious to see is like, so all these people have been in a in a screaming frenzy for the last 4 years. Are they going to dial
yep.
it back, or are they just going to go after some other invisible demon?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like you and I've talked about this, and you've called horseshit on it when I've said, hey, we follow our leaders, and if our leaders act this certain way, we're gonna fucking follow that. And I'm gonna tell you now, that's how our country has been the last 4 fucking years with him. We've gone his way on the Democratic side and the fucking Republican side. We've gone that way. Both sides say shit that you would not even fucking fathom, like senators purposely fucking up names of the the
Well,
vice president elect.
yeah, a
Uh-huh.
senator telling the president to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the president saying that women that he fucked are horse-faced bitches. Like,
that's
uh,
exactly it.
and
That
I think that's why.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's why Biden and Harris won, is because people are just, I'm fucking sick of every day waking up and hearing the news about what the fuck the president did now.
Right.
I think
And
that's more a rebuke against Trump than it was a victory for Biden and Harris. I think in a normal
right.
election they would be nowhere near the White House, but it was
Well,
just
well,
like
if he's like, yeah,
anybody.
you're right.
This
But
wasn't.
see, that's what I'm trying to point out as like to Republicans. Like, look, this motherfucker was doing all of this, and all you just kept telling me is my bank account,
Yeah,
my bank account. And a lot of those people were, God fearing people. And then that's when I'm looking at them going, so what you're doing is worshiping money.
yeah.
As long as your 401k is
Well,
doing good, he should stay. And now
yeah,
it shows that us as a country don't want money. We want motherfuckers that understand each other. And,
yeah.
and people are mad about that. But isn't
Yep.
that what God wants? I'm just saying when I talk to these Republicans, I say, but isn't that what God wants? He doesn't want you to grab gold
Well,
at all.
so there's this really interesting thing that's been happening in the Christian church for the last maybe 10 or 15 years. It's called the prosperity gospel. So there's big, huge mega churches around the country that
Right,
just
right,
teach like God will make you wealthy. If you're a good Christian, God will make you wealthy. And that's all they care about is money.
right.
And
And,
it's so antithesis of what Jesus and the parable of the rich man and the eye of the needle. He's like, well, I want to follow you, Jesus. Well, give all your money away. And he's like, oh, I can't do that. That would
no.
suck. And then he's
Mm,
like, a rich man has a camel has a better chance of passing through the eye of a needle than a rich man does getting into heaven.
right. I mean, and that's what I'm pointing to. And I keep saying that because it's like, you motherfuckers
But
talk about how
it's
God is this and this and that, but
yeah, there's
you're
one
mad
thing.
that we're going for integrity. We're going for integrity. That's what I saw this
Yep,
vote
yep.
was for integrity. And
Well,
if a head person died, they'd like this candidate, this vice president better than the vice president too.
yeah. Well,
Would you want?
I almost would rather have Pence than Trump because nothing's going to get done with Pence because politically he has no muscle, right? The Republicans in the House and Senate would steamroll him. The media would crucify him. And the
Mm-hmm.
Democrats would fuck him in the ass while that was happening. So,
Oh, with the
but
pineapple drip. Yeah.
but I mean, the greater thing here that I think is being talked about, but not enough, is that Republicans won really big in this election,
Yeah. Hmm.
but not
They
Donald
did.
Trump.
No, and that was a referendum on him.
Yeah,
Um, and who the fuck do you want running your company? I mean, and that's what everybody says about Trump. He's a businessman. He ran. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's take it as a businessman thing. I don't want this motherfucker running my company.
you're
I mean, he
fired.
talked about that. Yeah. I put that up on Facebook, but I put it up in Spanish.
Some of my Latino and Latina friends texted me that yesterday in
They're
Spanish.
like, oh yeah, I did it. I mean, and like we keep saying, like you said, it's a referendum on this motherfucker. I mean, truthfully, like if you think of it now that Biden and Harris is coming in, what do you think who's gonna do the rebuilding on the country, and who's gonna do the rebuilding on our fucking foreign affairs? I mean, Trump really went through our allies. Like I said, like we've said before about a pineapple dick backwards in their asshole. I mean, he really went at it. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of shit that we have to prepare on that area.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think that and I don't give a fuck about fucking Switzerland or whatever. Go fuck yourself. Um,
No, I'm talking about more, less, I mean, our hardcore ally.
like
He
Belgium.
he,
By the
you
way,
know,
I am just joking, but not really. Like, I don't care what you
yeah,
think. We're fucking America. Like, does a fucking boot care what an ant thinks? No, it doesn't. Sorry,
nothing
we elected
personal.
a dipshit. Now we have a relatively normal politician back there. Things are back to it's business as usual. Things are back to normal. We don't have to fucking repair shit or say sorry for shit. Fuck it. We for the first time in how long we didn't invade anybody.
Right. That's a good thing.
Trump. We should say that he did some good things. He didn't invade anybody.
Oh, we've said that. We said, yeah, he didn't invade anybody. He didn't want to. He didn't want to have war. He wanted to bring everybody back and all that. I mean, we know he made those mistakes because he didn't realize because he wasn't a real fucking politician.
Well, he didn't give a
I mean,
fuck.
well, he did. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck, but he wasn't a politician. Because I mean,
No.
and I said when he won, I said he's gonna fuck up like Jimmy Carter fucked up. Jimmy Carter, when he won, he brought people from outside Washington in there, and that's all he surrounded himself with, and that
Yeah.
fucked him. That's what it did
Well,
with Trump. I mean,
let me ask you a question then. Do you think that's because the machine spits people out? It's like the Matrix when you red pill. The machine spits you out because it can't have you messing with its way of doing things. I mean, you saw that with Trump for sure. That the
right?
FBI and CIA and various other deep state, quote, I hate that fucking word, but it's probably the most accurate way to describe it. Do you think that that's why, or do you think it's just because they're so naive?
Politically, they're naive. I mean, I really think that because it shows where he only looked at one group of people, and that's the people that voted for him. And remember, what do we always say about politics? It's not me, me, me. It's not that you win everything. Is that you have to compromise, and
I
that's
think it's
really
so
what it is.
funny, like how he just cannot say that he lost. Like
Oh, I
he
know.
is incapable of saying that like, and I find it so amazing that like none of the Republican senators have like tweeted or called out just like, hey, congratulations to Biden and Harris.
Mm-mm.
We're really proud of
Because,
Americans for coming out to vote, etc.
right, because they're being fucking stupid. Because they're thinking that Trump is going to be around for another whatever years and be a part of this Republican Party. And I keep saying no,
No,
because you know who the biggest fucking jig when they found out that fucking Trump lost was the district attorney of New York. I mean, people like nothing of that part has been brought up. Like, he's still got charges or shit that they got to go through with his
oh, that's
tax.
right. I totally forgot
And
about that.
he's trying to tell people, I'm like, yeah, you think Trump, because Fox was saying that's why Republicans haven't said a lot of shit, is because they know that he's going to be part of the for years. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is what he's going to go.
I
I mean,
totally forgot.
they are dancing a motherfucking jig. That's what they're doing. And,
Is it an Irish jig?
it's a fucking jig either way you put it, goddamn it. You like, look, I'm gonna get this.
Remember those old Irish, like not old, but like what was it in the '90s, where they'd have like the what was it called? The Irish
The
dance.
dancing people, yeah, the Irish dancing with on
What the
the
fuck was that
fucking yes.
called?
What the fuck was that called? Oh crap!
Well, it's a good thing I'm sitting in front of a computer.
Well, God bless you, goddamn it, God bless. And again, hey man, we're just gonna go throw out a belated happy birthday to our man Joshua Sittrack, sitting right over there, the hardest worker on this goddamn podcast. I know. I'm just letting everybody know it was November 2nd was his birthday. Goddamn, that's a great fucking number. I'm gonna make it a little bit about me. That was my number in high school. But yes, hey
River
man,
dance.
the river dance. That with
Michael
the
Flatley, Lord of the Dance.
yeah, you put your hands at your side. You're like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude.
I remember.
Anyway,
Uh,
well, thank you for birthday wishes, and thank you to all our listeners for the heaping of birthday well wishes. I'm now 46 years old, young. Uh,
oh,
it's I was at the eye doctor earlier this week because my eyes are going to
oh,
fucking shit, dude. My eyes are. I'm having
no,
like eye fatigue
please,
and
no.
headaches from staring at a
Oh,
fucking computer screen, and
dinner.
so
Yeah.
and then the my fucking the kid's doctor. This guy's
Uh-oh.
fired too. Talking about we're in the mood of firing people. He's fired.
Right.
He sees my kid and he's like, "Why haven't you got him checked out for glasses? He needs glasses." And I'm like, I don't think he does. He sees fine. He can see far. He can see close." And he's like, "I can
Yeah.
tell." And I'm like, "How can you tell?" "Just by looking at him." And I'm like, "Okay." So I made an appointment, right, for him and me. And his previous doctor also said that. Like they have a
So
phone
now,
app. Do you see that? You ever seen that phone app where they just take a picture of the kid's eyes and they're like, "Oh,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
nearsighted," and I was like, "No, he's
You're like,
not. He's
I like
not."
that. It's you go in to get both your eyes checked. He's got fucking potted eyes, and you're going blind.
Yeah, he has perfect vision, which I knew
Yeah,
he did. And
yeah,
so I go in there and the eye doctor's like, "Well, you know what? Your eyes are pretty good right now." But what worries me, and then she points to her computer screen. It says age 46. And
yeah.
she's like, "This isn't gonna help." So I
Like,
have to
wait a minute.
get.
What the fuck,
I
you?
I need fucking bifocals, dude.
Oh crap! No, Cletus, no.
Because one
Hey,
of
that
my
happens.
eyes can't see far away, the other eye can't see close up.
Right. Oh,
And
okay.
so
I
like
hear
they
you, dude.
start
Go on,
compensating
keep
for
going.
each other, and
Right.
that's why I'm getting all these fucking headaches. And so they
Uh,
gave me something. So instead of bifocals, they have this new thing. It's called computer glasses. So they're not technically bifocals. But they're computer glasses. Is that yours?
yeah. That's what happened the week of my birthday. These motherfuckers came in. Mother Nature said, "Oh, you about to hit 50, motherfucker?" I sighed.
Yeah, dude, it's
It's
nuts
like
how
I'm playing
fast it
Monopoly
goes.
game. Man, dude, I had no idea, none. I mean, I remember just like driving before I got these, and it's like fuck, the signs like
Yes,
far away. Like I was like, God damn it, why this shit? And at night it was kind of getting kind of
yes.
funky, and you like driving like, hell, if somebody really skirted out right now, I wouldn't be able to see them. So maybe I'd keep driving real fast if I hit them, and then and then you go in and the doctor does, is this one good or is this one? I'm like that. Next thing you know, he's like, all right, motherfucker, you need to have bipolar. You need this, you need that, and you're just sitting there going, oh, son of a bitch.
I
So
used
yeah,
to be young and
that's what
handsome,
was
and
my
now I'm.
first.
Well, the way to go, dude, is to get corrective lenses in your sunglasses. That's what I have on. That's all
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wear.
that's what I'm going to do next time. That's why I'm getting the ones that I have now. I take care of really, really, really well. And I did call my mother once I got my glasses and put them on, and then like realized like, oh, now I fucking understand. Because if you get one little fucking scratch on that motherfucker, you can't like it just fucks your world up. So I'm like,
Yeah,
did you? Hey, mom, sorry, I understand what you mean now. Glasses fell.
yeah.
I mean,
That's why you got to get real glasses, but those things are fucking expensive. You know,
expensive as hell.
and
Yeah,
they're heavy on your nose. Like I have a pair of real glasses. They're my favorite pair of sunglasses. The ones that are the tortoiseshell brown with the brown
yeah.
lenses that I'll wear on the podcast sometimes. My favorite pair of glasses, but motherfucker, you wear them for 3 hours, your face wants to punch you in the face. Your ears feel like they're gonna fall off. Your nose feels like it has a hole in it. Man,
it's
they
like
are heavy.
it's like it's like the day after that you fucking wore your first fucking football helmet. Remember how your neck felt that next day? Everything
Yeah.
fucking hurt. Like I just stood on the fucking sidelines. I barely ran a fucking. And my shit
Oh god.
hurts.
Oh
Oh,
dude. It's so fucked up, man. But it's the Rolling Stones said it. What a drag it is getting old, dude. Yeah.
Why you bullshitting? Why you bullshitting? I mean, we all know with me, so I grew older a lot faster. So now when I hear like yourself and my wife, other people are like, oh, I can't do that. How the hell did I pull my muscle doing this? I was like, yeah, man. You think I was bullshitting that I pulled my muscle lifting up the fucking laundry basket? I mean,
Well, luckily
you
I'm in shape, so I don't have those problems. I just have all the other problems where I'll get like sudden pains in my knee, like my knee will just like start hurting, or
yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
the eye thing is big, and I notice kind of too that like my mind sometimes it just feels like I'm in a fucking fog.
Yeah.
Like where's my brain at? Like where did it
Mm-hmm.
go?
You and I know what that is. You and I both know what that is. And yeah.
Smoking,
And as you get
smoking and
older,
drinking.
on a Tuesday night, goddamn it, shit. But
Oh
yeah,
man.
you know
Did you
where
ever
we both
watch
get
that
it
Beastie
from.
Boys documentary?
No, it's on Apple, man. I don't have Apple, so I'm just waiting to wherever I
Well,
find that shit on.
Mike D has a deal with Apple because he has like a TV
Yes,
show on Apple.
yes,
Um,
yes.
I just don't understand why I would want to get Apple TV because it doesn't offer me anything. Like my mother-in-law has it and I'll watch it. Like if I'm at her house, like I'll find myself watching it. But like other than that, it's like I don't
Doesn't
see the
intrigue you.
appeal. No, I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
neither do I. That's why we don't have it. I mean, but for me, I mean, you're going to put something out that there's a lot of motherfuckers that want to watch. Even
yeah,
that Beastie Boy documentary, motherfuckers really wanted to watch that.
yeah.
And then next thing you know,
Well, I
oh,
don't
Judge the
understand
Millionaire.
why you would limit yourself creatively that way with your audience. Like why would you
Right.
just go on Apple TV? Like that doesn't seem to me to make sense when you could because it's so siloed, right? Like how many people have Apple
Right.
TV? A couple million people maybe? I don't know. Not as
At
many
least
people that not as many people that have Netflix though. I mean, it's probably 30 or 40 times more people have Netflix than have Apple TV or
right. At
Amazon
least
Prime or Disney Plus or HBO Plus and Disney and all that. Like, why would you limit yourself, to
yeah.
your audience? It's like, hey, I just put out a new show on Hulu. Like, so?
Exactly.
I'll
You're
see
like,
the
who cares?
pirated version on YouTube then. Suck a dick.
Exactly. Oh, damn. I heard that. Mm.
You know what else I heard?
Mm. That you suck dick? What? What?
Cracking open a beer.
Oh, you lucky bastard. You lucky bastard. Well, my audio, I'm sure, is going to be fucking up because whatever, this shit went out on my monkey ass.
I can hear
I
you
don't
okay.
know why.
Because
Oh,
you're an
okay.
idiot.
Well, good. Well, I'll put
Because
this
you're
shit
an
up. See, I don't know where the fuck that came from. Hold on. Oh, shit.
This is a reason to not watch the YouTube video.
Hey, why you bullshitting? Like, what the fuck just happened there? Now I'm fucking upside down. Oh, there I am. There I am. How's that?
Dang.
Does that work better? Yeah.
So we
It's
were
funny
talking
'cause they're gonna
earlier,
say that we're
ladies
addicted.
and gentlemen, about the politicians not understanding technology. This motherfucker, they look like geniuses next to him. Oh, you can hit send and send an email? Wow. That's quite something.
Exactly. What's a spreadsheet?
Damn. I would have loved to live my life without knowing what a spreadsheet was.
Oh, I bet, because she was showing me the other day because we had to do this shit for because we're doing financial aid for our oldest, And then she's like, well, no, because I was sitting there with a pen and
Did
paper,
she decide?
writing down all.
You don't have to tell me where.
Say again.
Did she make a decision? You don't have to tell me where. Just did she make a decision?
No. She just sent out applications.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's given anything back. So she's, we're just at that stage. But, you have to go through some crazy shit because you got to apply for, well, you remember what it's like. You got to apply for this. You got to apply for that. So, I mean, fuck, dude. Yeah. So we went and we fucking went and did that crazy shit. That's what we've been doing the last fucking week and a half. And when you get on that, man, trust me, hey, do it as soon as possible because
I have
that shit kicking your ass.
First of all, my kids will be legacies. They'll go to Santa Cruz or they'll go to the university where my wife teaches. I don't understand why your kids don't go. So your wife and my wife went to the same fucking university.
Yeah.
Why don't they fucking go there? It's far enough away from home. And bullshit fucking shit. I don't care. That's where you go. It's far enough away from home where that you ain't gonna see mom and dad, but it's close enough so that should you have a long weekend and need to do laundry, you can jump up over the mountains and come home.
True. That's what I was thinking, but I'm like, hey, do whatever the fuck you want. You want to go? Go, goddamn.
No, I already told my kids.
But yeah, so
I already told them
you're going
like,
either
you're either going since you're not girls. So my wife went to an all women's college, so you're not going to be able to go.
Mills. No,
you're not going to go to Mills. So you're either going to go to Santa Cruz, or you're going to where mom teaches now. Which would you rather have? Obviously, you'd rather be in Santa Cruz.
While you're bullshitting.
South Dakota. Which, hey, I will raise my tax to my fellow South Dakotans. We legalized it.
Oh.
Speaking of cannabis,
go give it to you.
If you're motherfucking now, as a South Dakotan, I can say, fuck y'all motherfuckers in New York, in fucking, what other fucking states that think they're all highfalutin that haven't legalized weed? We legalized it.
Legalize it like a motherfucker. You go.
And
South Dakota.
I'm tired of people shitting on my fucking state, man. We're not all fucking hicks, but most of us are.
I was about to say, well, shit.
I mean, some days
you didn't get that assumption for, just no reason, motherfucker, now. Dude,
some days I step out my back door and all I can smell is farm smell. So it's like the manure, the hay, the
all of that. You're like,
crop
what the
dust,
fuck?
all that and I'm just like, fuck, I live nowhere. Like, I am literally nowhere. I haven't been...
I live nowhere, but in the main part of this country, of the state.
I haven't been on an interstate freeway since June.
Oh, man.
There isn't one around. You've got to drive an hour and a half to get to the freeway from here.
Say what? Oh,
you
fuck,
have to drive
what, an hour and a half? Shouldn't you be out of the fucking state by an hour and a half?
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hit North Dakota. You not quite hit Minnesota because the freeway runs right down the border.
Yeah. Damn. Isolated.
A lot of times it's really comforting because I'm like, I know that the people who are burning down Wisconsin right now aren't going to show up here. Like, they're not coming here. But then sometimes it's like, oh shit, what if we have to make a fast escape? Like, we've got to drive on county roads for 2 hours. But then again,
yeah.
But
that's why you're getting your weapons, though. That's why you got your weapons out there, though. So
that's why I got
you do have to bug out quick.
Well, look, I'm always going to say this. I learned jiu-jitsu so that I never have to reload. I got a dog because she turns corners and bullets don't.
Hey, I've said that for years. I got a dog because it'll turn a corner. I mean, all bullshit aside, you open that door and that dog come running out. Nah, and you got to be a quick shot to shoot that motherfucker. And by then, I've got my gun, and I'm able to shoot you.
Yeah. Well, the my guns are for hunting. That's
Yeah.
pure and simple. They're for hunting. You know, I've been using this over under 20 gauge. That's what I have.
Oh. Ooh, shit. Yeah, that'll take out birds for sure, but stop a man? I don't know now.
Well, you're gonna hurt,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna be dead.
No. That might get stopped in the wall. See, I don't want the fucking shit that just cuts a motherfucker in half and you're just looking at him like, well, you shouldn't have broke in here.
Yeah, no, this is just gonna put a bunch of BBs in your face that you're gonna have to pick out in the mirror.
Oh, like a porcupine quills? Oh, that would fucking suck. Bothers you like a motherfucker. But you right about having that dog, boy. Because I remember when we had them Rottweilers, boy, and we would leave the front door unlocked and shit all day. Da, da, da. And I remember my mother-in-law was like, "Hey, you need to lock the doors. You know, you can get robbed." And I looked at her. I said, "I have 2 big ass fucking Rottweilers. God bless you if you get past them." And I said, "And if you get past them, they will give me enough time that I can, because it's California, and California law, how you have to have your weapon locked up, you know, at all times. Yeah. So if somebody breaks into your house, you got to have a dog so they can tie them up and fuck with them, so you can go and then open up the cabinet, then unlock your gun, then load that motherfucker, and then you'll be able to shoot." That's why I have dogs.
Yeah,
you know?
That's why I moved. Too much regulation in fucking California.
You motherfucker, you moved because somebody got a job. God damn it! If she would have got a job, I would have moved. Don't even give me that. That's why I moved. No.
I would have moved to New Mexico. I could have been anywhere.
You'd be sitting pretty in fucking Australia if you could. Motherfucker say, wait, you got a job where? I will go. I will follow you.
And no offense to my Australian brothers and sisters and listeners of the podcast, I don't know if I could move there. I'd be too far away from family and friends. They're like in another planet. You know, it's 12 hours to get there. That doesn't even make sense to me. Why do I have to travel for 12 hours?
Shit. Doesn't it take you long? It takes you longer to get to Africa.
Dude, our buddy was telling me, so he's from Africa, telling me what it takes to get to Africa is nuts. Africa's the second largest continent, and it takes a good 24 to 36 hours to get from the United States to your hometown in Africa.
Right. It's like you're going to the fucking moon.
Neil Armstrong got to the moon faster.
And back. And back before that. I know. People always, when you hear that, they're like, I'm going to Africa. I always look at motherfuckers, do you know how long it's going to take you? That's 20. That's 20. That's a 20 plus, but still, it's 20.
If Marcus Garvey knew how long it really took to get back to Africa, he would have never started his Back to Africa movement. And I bet there's a bunch of motherfuckers out there who going, who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
So
why don't you enlighten?
So don't tell me about, how down you are with BLM. You don't know who the fuck Marcus Garvey is.
Well, shit. Wow. Hey, you enlighten some of our guests right quick on who the fuck that is while I go pick something up over here. Just enlighten people.
Yeah, I'm not going to. You can Google it. Anyway, I'm feeling like quite a moron because I'm sitting in a dark room still wearing my sunglasses, but I don't want to take them off because then I'm going to feel like that I'm not a part of the Hanging with Old Lou team because we wear our costumes. But our costumes, our sunglasses. We wear our sunglasses so you can't see into our souls, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
You don't want to see what's in there. We keep everything at bay pretty nicely, I would say, with weed, a little whiskey, some beer, and for me, 100-pound Thai style heavy bag hanging in my basement that I go down and do laundry, and then I'll beat the shit out of it because heavy bags don't hit back.
But isn't that something like close to what Bruce Lee said, right? Boards don't hit back.
Boards don't hit back.
Boards don't hit back. Or I like his latest one. It's I think I say it wrong because I say "be like water."
He's been dead for fucking 50 years, dude.
Well, it's the one that did you see that little documentary they made on him a couple of months ago?
Yeah, the ESPN.
Yeah, "Be Like Water," but it's not "Be Like Water" or "Be."
That was
but
one of the names of our fucking episodes, motherfucker.
Well, I'm trying.
We were so stupid. We thought Mr. Miyagi said that. Because I was like, "Who said that?" And you were like, "It sounds like Mr. Miyagi." And I'm like, "Mr. Miyagi said that?" And we're like, "Okay, yeah, he said that." And then after the episode came out, I Googled it, and "Be Like Water" is like the most famous Bruce Lee quote there is. There's another Asian gentleman that said that.
See, we keep you laughing in stitches with our lies, and I don't know. God damn it.
the thing is that I think that is great is that we're always self-depreciating first. Like, we'll make fun of ourselves first, so that gives us license to make fun of other people because we'll talk shit up and down about ourselves. There's whole episodes where all we did was talk shit about each other.
Exactly. And if I can go out on a limb and just say, hey, that's what I like about the show when I listen to it, goddammit. Just keep saying shit about each other and just keep going like an A.
So let me give you a scenario here, and you tell me what's
the scenario? What's the scenario?
So so we know that Trump has lost, right?
Okay. I'm going to go with that.
Zach's Fifth Avenue is not being looted as we speak, right?
I got that. I get what you're going with. I've seen that meme.
Is not on fire. How about the amount of Latinos and African American folks who voted for Trump? That's fucking nuts, dude.
Isn't it? I think it is. I mean, I know why. For the African American community. I mean that falls along the line of jail or prison reform. However,
I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, I get it.
I really do think it goes with that, and unemployment. There was a lot of things that he actually did.
I need to get a power cord. I'll be right back.
Oh, get it. That he reached out to the Black community at, and I don't think that has been looked at enough because he has done that, and I think the Democrats, and especially the Republicans are going to think about that for the next time that they go up, and to tell you the truth, they're going to think about it right now and for Georgia because they're going to have that runoff, so I think. Right. They're looking at that not so much as and like we said, the referendum was on Trump, not on the senators, the congressmen, nothing of that nature. So now I think that's what.
I think that in Georgia, that what is her, Kelly Loeffner or Kate Loeffner, whatever her name is, she owns part of the Atlanta Dream. Does she own the Atlanta Dream?
Yeah, that's the one that's running against Warlock, right?
I don't know who the fuck she's running against. All I know is that she is she's very wealthy, and she owns a WNBA team, and she got caught up in that insider trading shit.
Right.
Like, shit doesn't stick to this fucking bitch. And I think that, like, I think people are very motivated to vote this fucking bitch out. If I were her and Trump just lost, I would be real nervous. And Georgia just went blue, I would be fucking shitting bricks right now because you're about ready to lose your seat. And you should be under investigation and possibly sent to prison.
Yeah. I mean, I do see all of that. But again, like we were saying, I think that it was more about getting Trump out than now for these other small Senate and Congress races and stuff. I mean, I think she should. I don't think she's going to win, to tell you the truth, because I saw the vote tallies, and really it was really heavy-handed towards, I believe, if I'm remembering it the right way, it was very heavy-handed towards a Democratic person that was running. You know, I just think that it is going to come down to that, and I think this time around, to tell you the truth, I think that the young Democrats and just other ones, and black Democrats realize that their vote actually is counting now. I mean, with Obama, it was, it was that, he's black, let's vote. I mean, I kind of felt like that's where they came out.
Black people didn't come out like they came out this time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is I think that now they're realizing that their shit counts. Like they're starting to realize. Like I said, I said this to my wife the other day. I was like, look, even though it comes out to people of color, African Americans, are 13% of the population, that this time I think they're realizing.
She's gotten, dude.
Oh my God! Nice. Oh, go Daisy. Hey, girl.
Peachy.
What you doing,
Peachy.
Girl?
Peachy.
Oh, Peachy. I'm sorry. I said Daisy. Sorry, Peachy. Goddamn.
Good girl. Dude, she is so fucking big. She's 4 months old. She's 4 months old, dude.
It's nice, man. That's
so
what
if you're
want.
not watching the YouTube, you just saw me holding my pup, my hunting dog, who I haven't taken. I haven't taken her hunting.
I was going to ask
not
you,
listen
did you
at
take
all. No, she's gun shy right now, and she doesn't listen well because she's a puppy. So, but next year. But
that's good.
I have to say that I've been hunting with a dog. It's like a wire hair retriever.
Right.
And holy shit, I never hunted with a dog before. Man, is it so much easier.
Well, you're bullshitting. All you have to do is they point, and as soon as you shoot, they go get that motherfucker. I mean,
dude, I saw a pheasant yesterday, so I went pheasant hunting and hoping to fall into some ducks, but we didn't. And I saw this fucking pheasant. This motherfucker has the best strategy for not getting shot. So the dog points, and so I just click off the safety. And I probably shouldn't do that, actually. I probably should wait to see what it is that I'm going to shoot at first. But, so I clicked the safety off, shouldered the gun, and then, boop, the hen popped. So you can't shoot hens, right? And then after that, the rooster popped and then crossed paths with her and took the lead so that she's now where I'm looking. And I'm like, this motherfucker. And I'm sitting there looking at them. And then, dude, a fucking another rooster pops up. I'm staring at these birds. And by the time I swing my gun around, I'm like, I don't trust that I can make that shot. So I didn't take it because I don't want to, I'm not out there to I'm not a great shot right now.
Right.
If I'm
honest. You might take a squirrel out. He said, I'm not a great shot now. You might take a squirrel out on accident.
If it's 40 yards away, I'm probably not going to shoot,
Right. Okay. Well, yeah.
But with the dog,
especially moving target at 40 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
people don't realize. Right. I mean, I try and tell people all the time, even with the skeet shooting and all that, they show people hitting it. And I said, they're hitting it because they're hitting it with buck. With buck, they hit it. And because
Yeah,
it shatters and it goes wide.
Yeah.
But hitting
yeah.
a moving target is harder than anybody can fucking realize, and it really is. It
Yeah.
really is hard, you know.
Yeah.
And we've done it because we've done it because we hunt. So I mean, hell, you got to hit the deer just right, right? Isn't that right up over here? If you hit that deer right here,
Yep. Like
you know,
two or three ribs back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
goes
and
right
that's
through their
something
heart. They drop and they're dead. But like,
exactly.
you know, dude, it's so. And then the same thing, like the dog spooked up a jackrabbit, and I was really hoping to get into some rabbits. You know, like I see a lot
Wild
of rabbits
rabbit
around.
tastes pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Wild rabbit tastes good.
There's a lot of rabbits around the house. This episode has now devolved into like the meat eater podcast. But there's a lot of rabbits around my house, so I'm like, there's got to be rabbits where we're going. We're in thick grass, you know, outside of. So we hunt cornfields basically and sunflower fields.
Right, but it's winter now, so they got to be. It's winter, so they're scarce, aren't they? Or
no, but they start
fall.
start turning white, dude. It's 70 degrees here today.
Really?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Damn, you go.
But they start turning white, and so.
Oh, that's right. That's
the
right.
The dog spooks a jack, and I'm sitting at the end of the edge of the field, and my buddy that I hunt with, he's like, "Oh, there's a jackrabbit." I'm like, "Where?" By the time I swung around, I had clicked off safety, and I was like watching it, and I was like, "I'm not gonna hit
That motherfucker said, "Where?" I'm like, bang, 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 bang.
I was like, man, I
didn't
thought
start shooting as you're turning. Bang, 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 bang.
I was like, man, I told you I was hoping we got into some rabbits, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." That was the one real chance we had of bringing something home yesterday. Otherwise, we were just walking in fucking cornfields and in cattails.
Oh, in cornfields?
Yeah,
Holy shit! How the fuck are you seeing anything? I mean, I know.
So this is what they do.
Late. Yeah.
So most of the corn grown around here goes for ethanol.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
And some of it is feed for cattle. They don't grow any corn around here that you can actually fucking eat.
Right. Okay,
and so
I got you.
They leave it on the stalk to dry it out. So they stop watering it. They leave it on the stalk to dry it out. Then they harvest it like around now. And so a lot of fields have been harvested within the last month. And so there's a lot of feed down. And so the roosters
down on the ground.
The pheasants will come out from the high grass, feed, and then go back in.
And run back to the high grass. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we saw more pheasants running across the road while we were driving to places than we did in the field yesterday. And then we see this motherfucker. So it's you can't shoot an animal within half an hour of sunset. So it's definitely that time, right? And we're walking back to the truck.
At 3 o'clock it is, yeah.
No, the sun sets here at what time is it?
I got 3:30 here. So 5:30. Oh, okay.
So the sun just set.
Okay.
But so we're walking back to the truck, and we see this brand new Ford F1. Everybody drives a fucking Ford F-150 here.
Motherfucker, you know where the fuck you're living, yes. When you lived out here, everybody had a fucking Honda.
I'm like, man, I need to get one of those.
Yes, you're itching. Did you see the new Hummers?
No, I don't want a fucking Hummer. I want an F-150.
Dude, I know what you want. 150. Check out the new Hummers though. I think you may like.
I don't think I can do it. Who makes Hummers? Is it General Motors?
Now, GMC. Yeah. Well, look it up. God damn it! I think you're gonna like it.
I'll tell you what. Everyone here either drives a F-150 or they drive a 1998 Buick LeSabre. Like, I swear to God, dude, that a cargo plane crashed here in 1998 that was only carrying Buick LeSabres.
And it was a big-ass cargo plane because everybody has them.
There was 40,000 Buick LeSabres on that plane.
Damn.
My
At
neighbor
least-
has one. My neighbor has one. My neighbor has one. Everyone has a fucking Buick LeSabre.
Oh damn! It sucks ass.
It's just hilarious, and they're all beat to shit. They're
Yeah, well,
all
yeah.
beat the fuck to shit, rusted, all the shit.
I was gonna say yes, because in the winter they throw salt, right? Do they still do that?
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they're gonna salt the shit out of yours. Plus, the vehicle you got wasn't, I guess, what they say nowadays that if you buy a vehicle like where you're at, it's like tested or set to
they
the
undercode
parameters
it.
for the code, the this,
Yeah.
the that, everything's that way. So you're bringing supposedly, if I'm correct, your vehicle wasn't like that. You
No,
know
it's
what I
not
mean? I mean, it's
undercoded.
not going to
Yeah.
be bad, but do you
Well-
need to get a fucking thing to heat your fucking motor in the winter?
I ain't doing that. I don't give a fuck. I got a brand new fucking Ford Explorer. If my Ford Explorer
If
needs
it
a
don't
heater,
start, it don't start. Fuck it.
I don't gotta go wherever I had to go.
I was about to say, fuck it. She can
My,
walk.
my garage is not attached to the house, but it's been staying pretty warm.
Right.
Because it gets full sun. Like that, if I were to get solar panels, I'd put it on the garage because it gets full sun all day.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
You do?
I hear you.
Can you hear me
I
now?
hear you. Oh shit! I can hear you. Are you heading on out? Oh, there you are.
No, I had to let the dog out.
Oh yeah.
She just.
Oh, I know. We got this.
I
this fucking.
would
Uh-huh.
really not want to have a dog. Any of you out there thinking about getting a dog, don't get one. Because
Come
they're
on.
just here all the time.
Come on,
I work
Cletus.
from
Stay
home.
fine.
Oh, she's
You got to
great.
have
I love her
Cletus.
to death. I love
Right.
her to death. She's the best. But then it's like, why are you following me around the house? Go somewhere.
I know. Yes. Don't give me. Yes, that's the one
Or-
thing. It's
or
like
it's
all
like-
of a sudden.
I'll be working at my desk, and I'll be like, oh, man, I want to get another cup of tea. But the tea's downstairs. So I get up, go downstairs, and then she'll follow me. And I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you doing? I'm coming right back. I'm just going to get fucking tea. Or, like...
If you know me so
everywhere.
well,
This-
God damn it,
This
stay.
dog is with me everywhere. Everywhere
Well, see,
I
that's
go.
gonna- But see, that's going to be good for you because you know why? Because after a while, because she's young right now, of course. So everything's almost like a one-word command. Then when she gets to be an adult, because she's around you all the time, pretty soon you're just going to be speaking sentences. You've seen me with my dogs. They'll be looking at them like, look, goddamn it, get up, go get the fucking water, and then they will fucking do it. And it's going to be great. But right now, sucks ass, man. Sucks it.
Well, the good news is that she is having, very few accidents in the house.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
Very few.
Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. The fish that we got, everybody, and I don't know, and if you're listening for the first time, until you go back and listen to the other episodes, so do. But hey, these are some fish that I got from my man over here. These fish got stuck somewhere during the COVID, and he brought them out, and he asked me if we wanted them, and we did. So we took these motherfuckers, right? So we've had them. So next thing you know, we got 20 fish, a 45-gallon tank,
What?
all of this shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, motherfucker. Oh yeah, we went off. And then
So you guys bought more fish?
yes, more fish. We bought a bigger tank.
45-gallon tank.
Oh yeah, we got
Wow.
fish galore, all of this shit, right?
I'd rather have pussy galore, if I'm honest.
Oh, me too. Was that Diamonds Forever or?
No, that was an international
Oh, that's-
mystery. Right?
Was it? Oh yes, my fault. You're right. Yes. So anyway,
No, the who was... It wasn't
Pussy
Diamonds
Galore.
Are
That
Forever.
was James Bond, wasn't it?
Maybe
Pussy
it
Galore.
was.
That's James Bond.
Then that was Goldfinger, right? When they robbed Fort Knox or tried
Christopher
to.
Plummer or whatever. No, no. No, not that one. I know they robbed Fort Knox, but that was with the yeah. But anyway, look,
Wasn't that was Goldfinger, right?
Goldfinger. Yeah, I think so. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, but anyway, look, these fucking goldfish. Anyway, all right. So,
I fucking hate goldfish.
oh well, get this. All right,
That's
so
why
I'm
I
sitting
gave
here
them
chilling.
to you.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here chilling. My wife walks in and she's like, "You know what? We need to get rid of these fucking goldfish." They're ripping
Dude.
up the plants that she has in there. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay." These sons of bitches need to go.
Pussy
What's
Galore is
that?
a fictional. Pussy Galore is a fictional character in the 1959 Ian Fleming James Bond novel
Bond.
Goldfinger,
Yep.
and the 1964 film of the same title.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Honor Blackman. Who? Her name is Honor, and she plays a character called Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore. Oh, there was. I don't know if that was an honor. Well, you know, hey, let's just lift our cap and all that and our sunglasses to our man. He did just pass away. Funny how we got on that. Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's. I feel bad for everybody who's died. You know, like without seeing the resolution. You know, it's like you died in the third act, in the middle of the third act. Like that sucks. You didn't get to see it through. You're so close.
Exactly. Like you're right there. You know, people didn't want this shit to happen. You boom, 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 boom. I know. That's yeah.
I just think that like, man, she died this year too. She died in April.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's pretty
Maybe it's
interesting.
a conspiracy. We should get QAnon on that shit.
QAnon, we at QAnon.
Well, Lou, you got anything else for me? You know, I was gonna say the scenario.
Oh,
was
what's the scenario?
If Trump were winning or just won, how many cities would be on fire right now?
I think almost every city. I think that not only would every city be on fire, but I think there'd be more investigations into illegal voting, all of that nature.
It was a lot of vagina that was in International Man of Mystery. A lot of vagina.
That's why I love this show. We all start to come together and get real serious, and it's like, you know, it was halal vagina. No, vagina.
I wasn't even listening to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I know you were. You're like vagina, and that's why we really wear sunglasses, so nobody really sees us. Because I'm sitting here watching the NFL right as we're talking. I feel like I'm at a bar drinking and watching the game. What you got,
were you
sir?
saying about coming together? Oh yeah, coming together right now over me.
Yeah, well, somebody just stole that out of my mind because I can't remember what I was. I know we're talking about coming together, but
Well, I was talking about how many American cities would be on fire right now if Trump won.
Oh, well,
and how many senators would be saying it's a contested election and we're going to sue?
Whoa. A lot more than that, than who is suing now. I would say a lot more. I mean, the Democrats. I mean, as much as we want to say that Trump's suing everybody, this and that, the Democrats do that themselves a lot. You know.
At least we can say with Trump supporters, they're not down to burn cities and loot Target.
So far, no. So far, I mean, hey, they might not be down to burn down fucking places, but they're down to fucking go shoot up a fucking,
This is what they do.
I mean,
this is the thing that like is so funny and just tells me that most Americans are fucking pussies. So they go and put an American flag in their truck and they drive around. Like how less intimidating can that be? Like if you're scared by a truck driving by with an American flag, motherfucker, come to South Dakota. I will show you parades of trucks. Every truck has an American flag on it, and everybody drives a truck. Like
Everybody drives a
I'll
truck.
be driving our San Francisco Volkswagen city car around town, so our little Golf, and people give me the stink eye like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this is why our state is turning blue.
A Volkswagen. I've never even seen a Volkswagen.
Didn't we already have a war against them? I mean, I might have a swastika hanging up behind me. But
right, exactly. I might be racist as fuck, but that motherfucker's driving a Volkswagen?
Yeah, exactly. I might be every morning I'm giving the Heil Hail salute fucking every morning and to my son and all this German shit. But God fucking help you if you drive a Volkswagen up in this goddamn country.
We drive Fords here.
Yeah. Ford, Chevys, GMCs. Come on.
You know what I've developed an appreciation for? Is how fucking great Buicks look. The new Buicks are fucking amazing.
Yeah, you're in the land of old people that drive Buicks. Yes.
Everyone, dude. So last year, or I guess like a year ago, I took the kids to the San Francisco Auto Show.
Right. Yeah. It's Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Okay. So basically a year ago, I took them to the auto show, and we went by the Buick section. It's not a booth, but a section, and we got in the Buick, whatever it's called, basically the equivalent of the Ford Explorer,
whatever. Yeah.
We got in
Buick
it,
Regal,
and holy
whatever. Yeah.
shit, it was super nice. Like, it was really, really nice. And I got talking to the lady. I was like, I didn't know that Buicks were this good. She was like, it's a misconception that we're not combating right now. Like, we know that people think that, but we just don't have it together enough to combat that. And it's like, holy shit. Like, a Buick from the 90s is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
A Buick from 2010 is a piece of shit. But a 2020 Buick is a fucking gorgeous car.
It's a Buick. It's lovely. And see, they don't have to really advertise because they go after the old people. And it's not about advertising, it's just having the right price for them. And Buick does. I mean, it's luxury. You get in there, it's plush, it's wide, the seats are lovely and all that. But yes, for some reason, it's a hump of shit.
The technology that they had in the car was like, I have a brand new car, and the technology that they had in that car equivalent was better than what I currently have in my Ford. And, they had like in-seat screens. Not that I want my kids having that, but like...
No, it'll be plush up there with them.
The leather was so comfortable. It was... Granted, this was a pimped out fucking ride, but that's the only kind of ride I buy. I don't buy entry-level shit. So like,
ain't no half stepping with either of us, motherfucker. I got you. I got leather seats in my minivan. Fuck it.
That's why I always look at people who drive a BMW 323i, and I'm like, you're a bitch, because you could have bought a Volvo that was pimped the fuck out
and rolling hard and just as fast.
You could have 19s on that thing and spinner rims. You could ghost ride that shit. But no, you had to buy a BMW. You had to buy it. So you bought one with, it doesn't have a sunroof. It's got cloth seats. Man, fuck that shit. You could have bought the nicest Volkswagen in town.
That's what I'm about. Cheaper payments. And cheaper payments.
Exactly. And that's what I'm about. I want the luxury. I want the best car I can buy. I don't give a fuck about what badge is on it. Unless it's a Hyundai. I ain't fucking buying a Hyundai, sorry.
I remember one time we were coming back to the base, and we were driving up over the Grapevine, and we're in a Mazda like hatchback 323 626, one of those hatchback ones, right? We're going up the Grapevine, and I'm sitting there in the passenger seat, and I look over, and in the fucking fast lane, we get passed by a fucking Yugo. I mean, a fucking Yugo. And I was sitting there, and I literally did. I just looked over, and the person that was driving, I just went hit that motherfucker on the back of his head hard. And he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Look what just passed us. Look what's going. It's a fucking Yugo, you bastard."
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
I mean, if you get passed by a Yugo, you got to slap a motherfucker in the back of his head. Right?
Man, if you see a Yugo, you got to slap somebody.
If you know what a Yugo is, you need to get slapped in your head right now. I don't know. How many of our listeners you think are looking up right now? Looking up Yugo.
YUGO. Anyway, Olu, I think that's a perfect way to end this podcast. I'm looking at the things that we wanted to talk about and didn't talk about at all.
Not one?
Well,
how about what's one that we can get in right quick?
You want to talk about Colorado Proposition 114 that allows wolves back into Colorado even though there's already wolves? The whole wolf thing is a long conversation for me because I agree.
You're a hunter now.
Well,
you're a hunter.
Well, so there's two sides. There's two sides to that, right? It's like I don't think that we should eradicate wolves. I think that they have their place in nature.
No.
But I also think that we should be able to shoot them if they come near cows or they eat too many elk.
You should if you're going to have to. You got to protect your fucking herd. Yes.
But that's what happened in Montana when Yellowstone was the first place in the United States where they re-released wolves, and those Yellowstone wolves are now in Wyoming. They're now in Colorado. They're probably in South Dakota. I don't know that for a fact, but I would imagine they are because that's where they would come from.
They're out there roaming. They're there. Yeah.
And so, but they haven't. They said that they would. Once the population reaches a certain amount, they would allow controlling of the population because the population can fuck up an area. These are fucking wolves. They're savages.
Wolves, but think about how many fucking dogs get born in a fucking litter. I mean, it's a litter. That's plural from jump, and if they haven't been in this area for years, so there's a plethora of fucking shit for them to eat. Not just alone deer, blah, 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 but other shit that hasn't even had to fuck with a fucking wolf.
Yeah.
In 20, 30 years? So
more
after
like
20, 30 years?
Like
about 100 years. So you figure, even the little jackrabbit doesn't really know. I mean, they do, but you know what I'm saying. Jackrabbit hasn't seen a wolf in 100 years.
Yeah,
they're going to
decimate. Studied that elk act differently when wolves are around.
Oh, yes.
When they're not. They act differently. So, like...
They act relaxed.
Yeah. They'll bugle more. They're not just, like, all shut down and like, holy shit, there's wolves here.
Yeah. They're not like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. All right, don't move. Shut up. If he makes a noise, just kill him. I don't care if you had him yesterday.
So it passed. So they're going to reintroduce wolves by 2023 in the Colorado. And I'm fine with that, but I just see like they always say, "Oh, we'll manage it," and then they say, "No, you can't manage it." That's what's happening in Montana right now. That's why there's wolves now. Wyoming didn't want wolves. There's wolves in Wyoming now. South Dakota didn't want wolves. There's wolves in South Dakota. Colorado before.
But is it that they eradicated it though? I mean, weren't wolves there beforehand? So I mean, that's where I get lost on it because we talk about preserving shit and not having shit expire. I mean, so now you want to take them back out of their habitat, which they were in 100 years ago.
I don't want to. I think they should be. I think they should be there, but I think their numbers should be managed because they will decimate. They eat everything. They eat coyotes. They eat raccoons. They eat cows. They eat deer. They eat elk. They eat fucking everything because they're the number one. They're apex predator. And I want to be able to go shoot a deer once in a while or shoot a pheasant or whatever. Like that's...
Right.
I think they
Right.
should be there, and they have their place in population control, and that's what they did in California, right? In California, you can't shoot a mountain lion anymore.
No,
Why?
you can't.
Why? Their numbers. There's more mountain lions in California than there have been in 100 years.
Ah,
Why can't you shoot one
damn.
now?
That's a whole lot. But then again, I mean, how many is that though? I mean, even in 100 years, that still was. I mean, 100 years ago, it doesn't mean that they had this many thousands. 100 years ago, maybe they only had 200.
It's true. It's true. It's true. But there's enough mountain lions in California that they don't need to be protected in the manner that they're being protected.
Okay.
The thing about mountain lions is that they're really hard to count as far as numbers go because they're so secretive. If you see a mountain lion, dude, that means you're dead. Like if you see a mountain lion, you're fucking dead because that thing is jumping on top of you from a tree.
On you, okay, I got you.
Like to see a mountain lion in the wild is super, super rare, and live to tell about it because they're so secretive, they're so elusive, they're camouflaged well, all that shit.
No, they are. They are. I mean, they have things that say like how you're supposed to treat or act towards them, like stand tall. But you're right, and that's what people say most of the time. By the time you see
them in the face.
Yeah, well, that's why you always walk with a 45. Goddamn, nice little maybe a nice little Desert Eagle.
Right. Dude, if I shot a Desert Eagle, I'd do a backflip.
Because that fucking kick.
Dude,
damn.
That kicks. That's why I like the 20 gauge. Just a little push. That's all. Just a little push. Like, oh, I just shot something.
Let it backfire out of a car. That's fine.
It's about that. It is a backfire out of. It's a backfire out of like a 1986 Toyota Tercel. It's like pop,
bang. What was that?
Anyway,
somebody call my name. Yeah.
We're at an hour and a half. I think we should give everybody a break, and I've got to give some kids baths. So.
Right. I hear you.
And I need to go pee, and I need a drink refill, and my nose is stuffed up for some reason. I have a lot of needs, a lot of problems. I'm going to try to.
Well, you're a special needs, so next time make sure you got your special helmet on for us.
Oh, man.
Where's my helmet? Somebody took my helmet. Where's my special helmet?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, is that wrong? I'm sorry. If you have any problem with just what old Lou just said, making fun of people, please, you can write us at hangwitholdlou@gmail.com. Thank you.
And we'll be sure to answer you quite promptly.
All right, old Lou. With the quickness.
I hear...
Hi, my brother.
Big Mac bringing us in or out.
Come on, Big Mac. Big Mac, we're thinking of you. I'm glad you made it through your heart attack, motherfucker. Could you, eat better, eat 4 or 5 salads. But yes, we got Big Mac coming in, no half stepping. You know what they always say? You suck a dick, kissing ass, you fat motherfucker.
Shit.